What if I told you that the answers to almost every problem people face today are found in lessons from over 2,000 years ago? Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're not just talking about philosophy, we're sharing life-changing secrets. In this journey, we'll reveal 10 important lessons from Stoicism. These are timeless truths that many people realize too late in life. These lessons aren't just ideas, they're practical tools to help deal with life's hardest challenges, like controlling emotions, dealing with big changes, understanding what real success means, and finding inner peace. I want to encourage you to stick around until the end. Each lesson we're going to talk about is equally important, and the last one might be the most surprising and life-changing of them all. It's something a lot of us don't pay enough attention to, a lesson that could completely change the way you see things. So, if you're looking for answers, personal growth, or just a different way to look at life, you're in the right place. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you won't miss out on this enlightening journey. Let's get started. First lesson: embracing the inevitable. Let's take a momentary journey back to the bustling streets of ancient Rome, where Stoicism thrived. Philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius grasped the pointlessness of worrying over life's uncontrollables. They conveyed the idea that while we lack authority over the weather, time, or others' actions, we can regulate our responses, thoughts, and choices. Transitioning to the present day, this lesson retains its significance in our highly interconnected world, saturated with information and endless expectations. Recognizing what lies within our influence isn't just a sign of wisdom, it's a vital survival tactic. How can we implement this age-old insight in our contemporary lives? It commences with a simple yet profound shift in mindset. When confronted with adversity, inquire, can I influence this situation? If not, visualize releasing it like a balloon into the sky. This mental exercise isn't about surrendering, it's about allocating our energy wisely. It's akin to tending to the plants in our garden instead of attempting to halt the rain. I recall a time when I found myself stuck in traffic, fretting over an impending meeting. It struck me then, traffic was beyond my control, no matter how fervently I desired otherwise. However, I could manage my response. Thus, I drew a deep breath, tuned into soothing melodies, and utilized the time to mentally gear up for the meeting ahead. Second lesson: the influence of outlook. Stoicism underscores that it's not the occurrences themselves that unsettle us, but rather our interpretation of these occurrences. Envision two individuals caught in a downpour. One bemoans the rain, while the other relishes the soothing melody of raindrops. Identical scenario, divergent viewpoints. Stoic sages like Epictetus stress our capacity to select our outlook. It's not the events themselves, but our responses to them that hold significance. This insight transcends time. In our contemporary era, rife with unforeseen hurdles and swift transformations, the ability to alter our perspective isn't merely advantageous, it's imperative for preserving mental equilibrium and fortitude. So, how can we wield this ability in our everyday lives? It commences with a deliberate pause. When faced with a trial, take a moment to step back. Pose the question, is there an alternative lens through which to view this? Just as a photographer seeks the optimal angle for a photograph, we can seek a more empowering standpoint. For instance, perceiving a job loss not as defeat, but as an occasion to pursue a passion or acquire new expertise. This change in perspective can metamorphose obstacles into opportunities. Third lesson: embrace the present moment. Stoicism urges us to ground ourselves in the present. The here and now is the realm of existence, where happiness is experienced and where serenity resides. It's a concept often grasped belatedly as individuals reflect on their lives and recognize the moments missed due to a lack of true presence. Ancient Stoics, such as Marcus Aurelius, comprehended the fleeting essence of time. They understood that fixating on the past or fretting over the future is akin to attempting to grasp water. It's futile and yields nothing. Aurelius articulated, "Do not squander the remaining portion of your life in contemplation of others. Find contentment in the present." His wisdom resonates profoundly in today's fast-paced society, where our minds frequently wander away from the present moment, depriving us of its essence. How do we integrate this into our daily existence? It commences with mindfulness, the practice of wholeheartedly engaging in our current activities, devoid of distraction or judgment. It could be as simple as relishing your morning cup of coffee, fully participating in a conversation, or reveling in the warmth of sunlight on your skin. Through presence, we grant ourselves the privilege of experiencing life's full richness and splendor as it unfolds. Fourth lesson: personal mastery and ethical conduct. In a world teeming with allurements and expedients, Stoicism beckons us to a loftier standard, to become sovereign over ourselves. This dominion isn't about constriction, it's about emancipation. It entails exercising self-restraint and harmonizing our deeds with our core principles. The Stoics were well acquainted with life's trials. They understood that lasting contentment doesn't lie in external commendations or possessions, but in nurturing inner virtues. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, espoused that true freedom and tranquility stem not from indulging our desires, but from governing them. In today's milieu, this lesson reverberates louder than ever in a time where diversions lurk at our fingertips and ethical ambiguities proliferate. The imperative of cultivating self-discipline and upholding integrity cannot be overstated. So, how do we infuse these virtues into the fabric of our daily existence? It commences with incremental, unwavering actions, opting to rise early for a morning jog, even when the allure of the bed is strong, selecting a nourishing meal over a tempting, unhealthy option, making choices that resonate with our values, even when they're not the most convenient or popular. These instances of discipline and integrity accrue, fashioning a life imbued with fortitude, integrity, and contentment. Fifth lesson: embrace transformation. While many approach change with trepidation or reluctance, Stoicism encourages us to perceive it as a conduit for growth and possibility. This age-old doctrine teaches us that change is not merely unavoidable, but serves as fertile ground for the emergence of fresh opportunities. Stoic luminaries like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca were intimately acquainted with the unceasing flow of change. They observed the immutable cycle of seasons and the rise and fall of civilizations, recognizing change as the universe's expression of its inherent dynamism. Aurelius, in his Contemplations, pondered how life is molded largely by our interpretations and responses to change. Stoicism doesn't merely advocate acceptance of change, it advocates its embrace as an old companion, cognizant of the potential it holds for new beginnings. In practical terms, embracing transformation entails regarding every shift in our lives, whether minor or monumental, as an opportunity for self-exploration and growth. It involves uncovering the silver linings in unforeseen circumstances. Lost your job? It presents a chance to pursue a career aligned with your true passions. Ended a relationship? It offers an opportunity to rediscover your inherent strengths and aspirations. By welcoming change, we synchronize ourselves with life's innate rhythm, fostering resilience and adaptability. Sixth lesson, the transience of material pursuits. In a society often fixated on equating success with material wealth and prestige, Stoicism presents a refreshing counterpoint. It instructs us that genuine, enduring contentment doesn't arise from amassing possessions, but rather from nurturing internal abundance. This is a revelation many arrive at belatedly, having devoted years to the relentless pursuit of material acquisitions, only to discover themselves amidst opulence, yet plagued by an indelible sense of void. Stoic thinkers from Seneca to Epictetus comprehended the ephemeral nature of material riches. They observed the rise and fall of fortunes, recognizing that even the most opulent possessions fail to shield individuals from life's inherent capriciousness and trials. Seneca, who tasted both affluence and exile, poignantly remarked that genuine wealth lies not in possessing abundance, but in harboring few desires. In our contemporary age, inundated with advertisements and societal pressures urging us to acquire more, to become more, this Stoic ethos of deriving contentment from simplicity and self-sufficiency resonates more deeply than ever. How do we integrate this insight into our daily lives? It commences with a shift in focus from external accumulation to internal enrichment. It entails discovering delight in modest pleasures, treasuring experiences over possessions, and gauging success not by material possessions, but by the caliber of our character and relationships. It involves acknowledging that while material goods may offer fleeting gratification, enduring satisfaction emanates from a sense of inner tranquility, purpose, and interpersonal bonds. Seventh lesson, emotion management. Contrary to widespread belief, Stoicism doesn't advocate for the outward expression of emotions. Rather, it imparts the skill of comprehending and navigating them effectively. It's a crucial lesson often grasped too tardily. Regulating our emotions isn't about suppressing them, but rather about acknowledging, comprehending, and directing them in constructive pathways. The Stoic philosophers, with their profound insight into human nature, acknowledged emotions as an inherent aspect of our being. Yet, they also recognized the havoc unbridled emotions can wreak. Thinkers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius counseled against being swept away by the tumult of emotions, advising instead to maintain steadfastness and grasp their essence and impact. In today's frenetic and frequently stressful milieu, this Stoic approach to emotions isn't merely sagacious, but imperative. It instructs us to confront life's vicissitudes with equanimity and lucidity. So, how can we implement this in our everyday lives? It commences with self-awareness. Identify your emotions, label them, grasp their catalysts. This consciousness constitutes the initial step toward regulating them. Rather than reacting impulsively, pause and contemplate a response that resonates with your principles and aspirations. Techniques such as controlled breathing, reflective writing, or even engaging in candid discussions can serve as potent aids in processing and comprehending our emotions. Eighth lesson, the significance of individual accountability. Stoicism imparts the wisdom that while we may not govern every facet of our existence, we bear unequivocal responsibility for our deeds and their repercussions. This lesson, often gleaned later in life, underscores a verity many yearn to apprehend sooner, that assuming ownership of our decisions constitutes the bedrock of a life imbued with genuineness and responsibility. Epictetus, who rose from enslavement to become a revered philosopher, propagated that our paramount agency lies in our capacity to dictate our outlook and conduct, irrespective of external circumstances. Marcus Aurelius, a sovereign of Rome, echoed this notion, stressing that our character is an amalgamation of our decisions. In our contemporary world, characterized by a proclivity for assigning blame and externalizing accountability, embracing individual responsibility transcends being merely a Stoic virtue. It emerges as a beacon of resilience and self-empowerment. Ninth lesson: appreciating the value of insight and knowledge. The esteemed Stoic sages exhibited an insatiable thirst for knowledge and a keen eye for life's intricacies. They revered wisdom as the paramount virtue, a guiding light amidst the tumultuous currents of existence. Aurelius, in his renowned work, Meditations, incessantly endeavored to fathom the intricacies of the world and his role within it, employing knowledge as a tool for personal refinement and societal enlightenment. In our contemporary epoch, where information proliferates yet genuine sagacity remains elusive, the Stoic emphasis on discerning wisdom and contemplative scholarship assumes heightened significance. Assimilating this precept into our daily lives necessitates nurturing a spirit of inquisitiveness and a thirst for enlightenment. It entails reveling in the delight of uncovering novel concepts, reflecting upon our life's journey, and striving for profound comprehension. Whether through literature, the natural world, artistic expression, or meaningful discourse, each moment presents an opportunity for enlightenment. 10th lesson: the power of letting go. Stoicism imparts the invaluable lesson that harboring grudges and resentment burdens us like a heavy yoke, impeding our quest for tranquility and contentment. Many come to realize belatedly that forgiveness isn't an act of frailty, but a testament to profound strength, offering a pathway to inner harmony. The Stoic sages comprehended the corrosive impact of wrath and bitterness on the soul. Philosophers such as Epictetus underscored the significance of releasing bitterness, not as a favor to others, but for the preservation of our own well-being. Marcus Aurelius once conveyed, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." In today's milieu, where grudges endure and absolution is often construed as capitulation, Stoic insights into forgiveness stand as a guiding light of enlightened self-interest and emotional maturity. Embracing forgiveness in our everyday existence entails acknowledging the fallibility inherent in every individual, including ourselves. It entails comprehending that absolution liberates us from the shackles of resentment, enabling us to forge ahead with renewed purpose. Whether extending clemency to a friend who erred, a colleague who faltered, or even ourselves for our missteps, each instance of forgiveness fortifies our character and enhances our capacity for empathy and insight. Stoicism furnishes timeless wisdom to navigate life's trials. These tenets pave the way for a more gratifying and harmonious life. Which other Stoic principles resonate with you? Share your thoughts below. If you found this discourse enlightening, kindly like, share, and subscribe for additional enriching content. Until we meet again, continue to evolve and remain steadfast.